Good morning. The 21st, July. I recall I didn't give a evening update last night. So it was wavy and windy all day. So it was a solid day. I stopped it when I got around the dam. I walked around the dam. And then when I was about a quarter mile, 400 yards out, a gentleman pulled up with a truck, but he had a back full of stuff. So I sat in the back and I just hung on to the front of my boat and we towed it. Sat on the tailgate. I threw my gear on his tailgate so his boat was light, and we drugged the thing. It worked out nice. And then he took me to the shower house over here, and I took a shower, plugged in my battery, got it starting to gain. But yeah, so then after that, there was nowhere to put the boat in down there. It was a steep shore. So I walked the boat all the way back here after my shower. Then I stayed here for the night in this pavilion because a little flush toilet over here. And right there's the fish cleaning station. The boat launch is down there about 200 yards. So I'm going to get going here in a minute. I'm at mile 879. I need to average 42.8 miles a day to finish on Sunday at noon. I just got a nice straight shot of river. It's pretty straight the rest of the day, I think. Or at least I know the next 15 miles is a straight shot. I did look at that after that curve when I had the map up earlier. There's a little wander in it, but it's southwest for about 15 miles. Yep, I'll catch in with you later. How's it going? It's about 2:30. Been rolling against these cool cliffs all afternoon. I don't know, have at least 5 miles of it. I took a picture of it thinking it was cool. Thought they were going to go away for a while, and they've just been this straight shot that I've been following for quite some time. It's been real neat. There is a recreation area. I don't know if I'll get there or not because the campsites are fewer and farther between. That's something I always just watch for. Where are my campsites at? So, yeah, I just had to make a backtrack. I went all the way up that way where it meets with another river. And yeah, on the just map portion, it looked like it went all the way through. Click it over to satellite view, it did not. I needed to be on the left-hand side of the river. So good thing the wind was blowing. I had a headwind all day. I did have to get out of the boat for a second. Didn't like doing that, but it wasn't that bad. I found a spot with a hard bottom. When I got too shallow and kind of got hung up to help me get pushed around and moved up. Now I'm on the right track, I believe. It's about, I don't know, 7:30-ish, 7:45 maybe. I got about 5 now till I get to where I want to go for the evening. By the time I got my camera out, most of them were gone, but there was just thousands of these swallows around. Just on this grass. So it was really cool. It was really cool. Yep, still in this marsh. Oh, there's the bridge. Going's just a couple hundred yards past that, so don't think I'm gonna like my campsite tonight, but it'll get the job done. Good evening from Running Water Recreation Site, I believe that's the name of it. I don't know if I'm not supposed to be here or not. The main sign from the water does show the camping emblem. There are 2 other signs that say no camping. I got in here when the sun was at the horizon. I'm not going anywhere. Not gonna cause a fuss. I'll be leaving as the sun is coming back up in the morning. I did get turned around at that one point today. Not really turned around, just went down a giant dead end. I should have known better. That was my fault. I'll take that one. But I still ended the day at river mile 8:41. 38 miles. Wow, that was a really good day. I thought it was good, but I didn't realize it was that good. I had a good day on the water, minus that little turnaround. Tomorrow's the day, this next section, there's 10 miles in here, where there's like a 3-mile section that's gonna be real tricky. And so I'm gonna need to pay attention to that tomorrow. I think I know how to get through it. I know how I'm gonna approach it. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I know how I'm gonna approach it. It's supposed to be windy tomorrow. Starts fairly early in the day. I was looking at the sky, there's like a 15% chance of rain all night. Kind of warm, so I really don't want to put my rain fly on the tent, to be honest with you. Good morning. I'm out on the river. I don't know if you can see it. There's a water tower there. But yeah, that's the town where I'm going next. I got to move through this delta to get there. It'll be tricky. It'll be a fun morning. And then, so I made it to this side, to this section, which there wasn't much there. And I'll follow this line for a little bit, this ridge on my right-hand side. And I'll have to start dancing through the middle there. I'll pull out the satellite view of my phone and try to keep as best to the route I've chose to make. I think that'll get me through healthy. And then when I get over to that town, there is a Casey's. Yeah. So I'll probably go get me a slice of breakfast pizza. One of those big old breakfast burritos. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. Get a cold drink. I don't need anything else. Otherwise, I'm pretty well full. It was supposed to be windy by now already, according to my app. And there's no wind. Hopefully that town has better signal than where I've been at. And I will reassess my weather situation. Because if the winds are that hard, I can't make it across that lake. Now this portage at this dam, it would be a big one. But you have one small portage. And then you get down on a lake. And then they have a little lake that's next to the river. And you go all the way down to the end. And then you have like another 50-yard portage. The last full portage of the trip. My sleeping pad does lose air pretty ambitiously now. All right, I'm gonna get my phone out, check my satellite, so if that's my turn, I don't miss it. I'll catch you later. All right, so I made it to Springfield, South Dakota. There's a Casey's about 3 blocks away. I'm gonna leave my boat here. It's a little soggy walking in. I'm not gonna lock it to anything. Got my solar panel charging. Yeah, I'm gonna walk into town. Really, probably just a meal more than anything. I don't really need any supplies. Just a meal, and then I'm gonna move on. And then I'll hit out here, that point over there. I believe it's about where the lake starts, and then I'll shoot down. I think I got about 25 miles to the end of the lake. Doable by the end of the day, all about the wind though. If it's calm, I'm making it. I'll chase it in the night and get there as it gets dark. Yep, so that's the strategy. You know my plan. I want to share how fun of a little town, to me, Springfield, South Dakota ended up being. So it was about 6 blocks into the Casey's. I didn't need too much. I ended up grabbing just some Pop-Tarts and a bag of beef jerky and just a Gatorade and 2 slices of pizza to drink, a cold drink. That's always nice, and I wanted some hot food. And you know what, to be honest, Casey's Pizza, if you're from the Midwest, is comfort food. No, not a question about it. Especially if you're a working man. Slide into Casey's, grab yourself a slice of pizza from the Wheel of Death and call it good. So yeah, I went into the Casey's and I looked in the corner where I thought the pizza should be. I went from super excited to devastated. And I said to the checkout guy, you know, we greet salutations when we came in the door. And I go, oh, I was so excited to get some pizza. He goes, what, didn't you get any? And I go, there's no Wheel of Death. It's just all cold stuff. He goes, you're looking in the wrong spot, boss. Boom. And he pointed to the back. And just in a little corner, they had their kitchen back there, and I didn't see it. Just didn't lay out normal. And I was like, so he saw me go from way high to way low to way back high. And then I grabbed a pizza, Gatorade, and I told him that I was kayaking the river and we were talking. He ended up giving me the pizza slices for free. A real nice guy. And he goes, I'll push it forward. I'll bless you. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. You know, we had a friendly chat for, the minute while I was in there, blowing the smoke. And then on my walk back down, I was almost here. I was only 200 yards away from the boat ramp. And a lady pulls up on a golf cart and goes, where are you going? I go to the boat ramp. She goes, get in. I'm like, all right. Introductions. I've already forgot her name. Jane, maybe. I don't know. But we got talking, and so I helped her fill up her buckets of water, and we put them on the back of her golf cart. We got chatting. It was so pleasant. We had a great chat. Well, so we're going to have to see what the wind does when we get out on the lake proper. That's in about 2 miles right up ahead at that point there, if you can see it. I got a great golf course right here. And that's it. I'm going to get out of this delta. It'll be the last one of these. This is the most intense one that there's been. There's been some smaller ones that they all were really cool. And yeah, I'll get out of this. Then I'll get through that lake, then a little pond, and then it's channelized river. So right now, I'm about 15 miles from the dam. 2.25 miles an hour till dark. I think I'm gonna push for it if this is the wind. So things are going good. I'm out of the delta on the big lake again. There's just something about these lakes that, like, once I hit it, I was just droggy, like just step. I'm only moving a foot, and I don't feel like I'm moving at all. But yesterday when I had some current, I was just like, pshoo, felt like I was a rocket ship. The sights of this river have just been beautiful so far. And I'm 2/3 done with the river, about ready to hit some speed. And though I know there's a long ways to go, there are portions of this that just feel like it's over. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done. I'm sitting pretty good. I didn't think I would finish this lake today. In 2 days, I didn't think I would. But I did. Or I'm set up to do that. I still might not. I got all these vultures here circling around me and coming down. I hope it's not a bad omen or anything. No, I'm just rolling through these waves. If I wasn't so close to this dam, I probably would entertain pulling off, especially seeing that spot right there in the shade. Ugh. Where my thoughts are at is tomorrow's just a day earlier. I can start staying ahead of pace. That's gonna be, you're gonna hear me talk about that a lot. All right, that's all I got. I'm gonna keep limping along, keep moving. Slow progress is progress. All right, how we doing? It is about 7:45 and I'm about just under 4 miles out from the marina. I just came around this bend and I could see the dam up ahead. Yeah. All right, I'll just check in. My alarm went off at 8:30 and I decided to check how far I gotta go because I can see the marina. I have 1.1 mile to go. That's perfect. If I take a slow mile, and I'll be there at 10 after, that's sundown. You can see the sun, it's cracking through the trees here and there. It's been a good day. It's about 9:15. Got my boat all hauled out, loaded down. Got here while the sun was still up enough that I felt totally safe. The There's a trail that goes up right over there to the road to get out to the downstream side. I'm gonna check out the shower houses, or the bathroom, to see if there is a shower in there. Otherwise, if there's not, I'll go on downstream tonight. All right, I'll catch you later.